Good evening and welcome on this Wednesday night. Rarely has an American police department, its practices, its culture, its performance been so thoroughly and broadly condemned. The U.S. Justice Department announcing results of its nearly two-year-long review of the Louisville Metro Police Department, accusing it of engaging in a pattern of violating constitutional rights, that officers discriminated against black people, engaged in excessive force, and invalid searches. The DOJ investigation was prompted by the 2020 death of Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was fatally shot by Louisville officers in her own home during a botched raid in 2020. Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing the findings today, calling the pattern of conduct unacceptable and heartbreaking. Tonight, there's reaction from city officials, and we hear from Breonna Taylor's mother. Miguel Almaguer has our report.
Today's scathing report from the Department of Justice unveiled a damning assessment of the Louisville Metro Police Department, saying LMPD has long engaged in a troubling pattern of discriminatory law enforcement practices. Investigators from the DOJ cited serious unlawful abuses, especially against black people.
Some officers have demonstrated disrespect for the people they are sworn to protect. Some have videotaped themselves throwing drinks at pedestrians from their cars, insulted people with disabilities, and called black people monkeys, animal, and boy. This conduct is unacceptable.
The troubling 86-page report cites uses of excessive force, unjustified neck restraints, and the unreasonable use of police dogs and tasers. Officers also conducted searches based on invalid warrants, unlawfully stopped, searched, and detained citizens, and violated the rights of people engaged in protected speech critical of policing. The U.S. Attorney General specifically cited a specialized unit originally called Viper.
The unit's activities were part of an overall enforcement approach that resulted in significant and unlawful racial disparities.
The two-year review into LMPD was launched after the 2020 shooting death of Breonna Taylor. The botched raid in which Taylor was not a suspect helped expose what federal authorities now call a pattern or practice of conduct that deprives people of their rights.
I don't even know what to think. To know that this thing should have never happened, and that it took 3 years for anybody else to say that it shouldn't have.
Tonight, the failure to protect and serve at the cost of community trust.
And Miguel, some changes have already been implemented by Louisville's police department. So what are they saying about all this tonight?
Well, Lester, the police department, which is not conceding to a pattern of constitutional violations, says it's revamping its training and support services for officers. The city is also working with the DOJ to implement changes. Meantime, we should mention after the death of Tyree Nichols in Memphis, the DOJ will review that police department's use of force policies.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.